So we're here at the Catel bus station, just waiting to get on the bus to Ioannina. You can see there. Just arrived from the ferry about an hour ago. And we have about a 2-hour bus ride.
We finally got to our apartment in Ioannina. How much did we pay for this one?
100 euro per 2 note.
Okay, so 100 euros for 2 nights. That's not too bad.
So we just got more vegan sweet treats at this place. Makis. Hava Makis. They have quite a good selection of vegan things at this place here. Hava Makis. A lot of different dates and figs that are stuffed with like almond butter and peanut butter and pistachio butter.
Guys, this morning we're here in Ioannina in Greece, an hour from Ioannina. We're just taking a walk around the city center. It's like a pretty standard town. You know, there's like a pedestrian area, more historical. There's a castle. I'm gonna go and see if we can find it. Already bought some vegan dessert, and then we should be heading to Kalabaka in a couple of days to visit the Meteora. And I actually found like some prices were like higher than northern Italy, where they usually are most of the time. But for some other things like water, the bread is like probably like the same, maybe a little bit cheaper. But a lot of stuff is more expensive, like canned beans and stuff like that. Those seem like almost like double, and like the rice and pasta, they're pretty much the same or a little bit more expensive, at least in this area. I don't know much about this town. And like vegetables were pretty much the same. So I mean, honestly, so far in like 1 week here in Greece, I didn't find like lower prices. In Greece, probably like the average salary is like lower. So in theory, Greeks should have like less money in their pockets at the end of the month. But I'm not super expert, but at least here. So I know you do what you gotta do. Trying to find this castle, and it should be by a lake. In the city, it was there was like a I think pretty big like Jewish community back in the days, and obviously Greeks and also like Turks. I also think there's a mosque somewhere near the castle. We're just like walking around the city center. Okay folks, this is the castle here in Ioannina. I guess we found it. Now we have an idea if we can get in, how much it costs. We're gonna get closer and see. There's a couple of museums up here. We'll see where we're going. I'm not sure. It looks like it opens to another street, so I'm not sure where we're going. We're just like walking around on the side alley. I guess this is the back of the castle from the other side. Maybe we're gonna take a walk to the other side. I mean, there's another part here, but we're not sure if it's like a castle or it looks more like a fortified wall. I don't even think it's possible to get in, honestly. This is how it looks like from the outside. Probably just a wall of the original remaining castle, and there should be a lake somewhere behind there. I guess there's another hotel here. We get to this little square, so I guess it wasn't a real castle, more like a wall of a previous castle. There should be a lake here somewhere behind there. And so we're just walking around here in these back alleys. I guess the castle was just actually like a fortified wall, so it wasn't a real castle. And we'll see if we can reach the lake. There should also be like a synagogue, a mosque somewhere, Byzantine museum. I think here we kind of ended up in a kind of a new residential area mixed with some old buildings. I mean, so far it seems like walking around Greece feels like pretty safe. So I mean, I've seen the Greeks pretty much mind their own business, even with tourists, and they just don't care. They go around their business. But like, we knew it was like that because it's pretty much like, you know, Southern Europe. And so if you're around Greece, there should be no problem just walking around at least this area. And here behind me, there's like a bath of the Ottoman period. As you can see, it's written there. I don't know if they're like fixing it or rebuilding it, but it seems there's like a lot of scaffolding around it. So that's one of the things that you can see in this part of the world. Just walking around like a regular neighborhood, and you can find something that was, you know, being built like thousands of years ago or centuries ago. In front of me it looks like a minaret of some mosque, but I'm not sure. Could be something else. Obviously during the centuries, especially in Greece and this part of Greece, you know, Christians, Jews and Muslims, they were living next to each other, and probably even people who didn't believe in anything, but that was pretty normal. And it's interesting to see all of these, you know, buildings that are still standing today. Some of them are not, but you know, Roman, that could be, well, this one Ottoman period, could be from a few centuries ago, but a lot of them are still there, so that's kind of a feat. So guys, this is pretty much like the lake walk. We came from that way in front of me. This is like a lake, and I think there's like boat trips to like an island somewhere here in this lake. I'm not sure what that is, but the city in itself is not that big. Probably one day, maximum a couple of days, would be cool just to explore on your way to some other parts of Greece. And here in Ioannina, I think it's a pretty important hub for buses, and there's like buses from, I believe, everywhere to the rest of Greece. So a lot of people stop here for a night or two to go somewhere else. And we came from Ioannina, and then we stopped here for a night, and then tomorrow we're going somewhere else. So I mean, it's nice to walk around and stay at night, but I don't think there's much else to see unless you wanna, you know, get into like a churches or a mosque or a synagogue, but I don't even know if they're all open. And today's Monday, so there's some, you know, stuff going on, people around going about their business. So, and it's pretty chilly still, like first week of April, so I guess during the summer I think during the summer all of Greece obviously would be better for obvious reasons. It would always be more crowded and more expensive, so sometimes it's cool to be around when there's less people and when it's cheaper, but it's still nice, you know, sometimes exploring, going around, and especially if you like history, it's always nice and interesting to see what people built in the past and all of this. buildings that are still standing today. So Stacy, what do you think of Ioannina so far?
I mean, I think it's a place that you can come and visit for a day and have a nice stroll around the lake and see some of the old city and buy some sweet treats and see the castle wall. I think it has a nice, like a nice environment and a nice place just to kind of like take a little bit of a break.
So anyway, there's like a nice walk here by the lake. I don't know how far it goes. I think it goes to the whole perimeter of the lake, which is nice. So there could be things like people rowing there, probably with kayak, some like motor boats. So it's a good thing to do if you're here in Ioannina for one day. Even just take a walk, you know, around the fortified wall just by the lake. I mean, the air is pretty like fresh. Obviously, first week of April, it's still a little chilly. And then you have like, you know, the backdrops of some kind of hills, mountains back there. So still it could be like a nice stop here in northwestern Greece if you're going somewhere else in Greece, or maybe from other parts of Greece you're going back to Italy, or other parts of Europe or Balkans or whatever you're going. So maybe check Ioannina on the map and see if it's something that may interest you. So as you can see, it is like lake walk here in Ioannina, and like it's pretty long. I mean, we came from that way where this fortified wall is. And this is the lake here in the city, and then this walk goes down there. I think it like goes in a loop around this castle, or remaining of the castle in the old city. So it's pretty nice. And these stones here, they look pretty old. So we just came from this way, and then let's see what's up here. If I can hold the phone without tripping over something. And this is what it says: Southeastern Citadel, Byzantine Museum, Fetiri Mosque, Church, Bar, Citadel, Mosque, Tower. And that's, I think it's a museum. And this is some path, but you have an idea where it goes. So I guess we're going up here, we're going to the mosque or something else. There should be some views up there, some sights to see. I don't know exactly, because there wasn't that much direction. It just said mosque, an arrow pointing this direction, but we don't even know if we can go further. Yes, one thing that we've seen so far in Greece, I mean, they're pretty punctual, like pretty on time, but going from point A to point B, it's usually on time, but a lot of other informations are really hard to find because there's not much explained in English, which I think in some of the most important thing they should. So I guess we just get to this wall and there's nothing here.
Oh no, it should be this.
Yeah, but I don't think we can go.
We can't go
any farther. So
any further.
I don't know if we took the wrong path.
It's not open.
Well, it should be open. Yeah, I don't think you can just go there. Maybe they're like restoring it, but he said to go up here, so I don't know. So I guess we could get into the castle or the fortified wall from another entrance, and this is how it looks like inside. Yeah, it's pretty big, it's interesting, and there's a really nice walk around the lake. So anyway, and if you're in Ioannina, once you reach the kind of a parking lot, there's an entrance to the right, and that's where we get in. So that's pretty cool, and it's free. This is the Byzantine Museum. And this is the tomb of Ali Pasha. I think the Fatih Mosque is another one back there. And we tried to get in from the other side, but we couldn't find an entrance until we walked all around the castle, because they're like doing some road constructions down there. So yeah, but if you're in Ioannina and you like history, especially this kind of history, it's really interesting to come here and check this castle out.